Salut à tous les amis, on est de retour pour la suite de notre aventure sur Vampire de Masquerade Swansong. On s'était arrêté ici la fois dernière et on devait en quitter avec les chats. Donc c'est parti, let's go. Alors je vais pas trop parler, hein. Déjà il n'y a pas beaucoup d'action ni quoi que ce soit, donc on va fouiller. On va fouiller un petit peu les environs et on va voir ce qu'on pourra trouver d'intéressant. Let's go.
This is what Hazel asked me to bring her. This thing's old. Does she still use it? This thing's old. Does she still use it?
Bon. On n'a pas trouvé grand chose, hein, finalement. On n'a pas trouvé de code. On a lu quelques documents. Mais bon. Je pense qu'on va sortir d'ici et aller voir d'autres pièces intéressantes. Ok. On va aller de l'autre côté. On est toujours dans le couloir. On va utiliser la clé. Parce que là, avec ça, je peux pas. Alors, c'est parti.
Nobody here. I'm going to be able to take a look around Dijon's.
Ok. D'accord, on va fouiller un petit peu les environs.
Salem Gazette.
Très bien. La Gazette de Salem. Alors, un spectaculaire. Ok. On poursuit. Très bien. Alors, il n'y a rien, le piano. Là, qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Tarot cards. How fun.
Ouais, bon, un spécial. Ici, on prend.
Dijon is thinking about taking a trip.
Très bien. Les consommables. Ok, voyons voir.
Just like New Orleans. This is definitely Dijon's place. He must have done a warlock ritual. A bird. Dead. Huh. It's from an animal. And it's still fresh. This knife has blood on it. Well, well. What have we here?
Ok. Très bien.
He didn't finish his
Ok.
dinner.
Bon, on a trouvé un petit indice.
That'll be enough for Hazel to make up her mind about it.
D'accord, là on l'a vu. C'est bon, on a fouillé la zone, je pense. Oui, ça on l'a vu tout à l'heure. Bon. Je pense qu'on peut partir. On va pas tarder à partir. Voilà, le placard, il est fermé. Let's go. Parfait. On va aller par là. On ouvre. Ok, on se retrouve carrément à l'étage. Très bien. Go.
The prince wants this floor under surveillance. I'm carrying out orders. This area is reserved for council members. Sorry.
Hazel told me to keep a low profile here. This area is reserved for the prince and her Primogène. Shit. Hilda's in her office. She's going to see me. I shouldn't get too close. She might be able to sense me.
Why did you come back? Why? Other than to show that you're doing just fine on your own. If you only knew everything I've done for you. Ma'am.
Hilda's more concerned with the men than she is with Hazel. I hope she'll be happy to hear that.
Ok. Bon, là, vraiment, on peut pas consulter. Hein. C'est dommage. On peut pas consulter pour l'instant, puisqu'on est en mode invisible. Donc, peut-être, lorsqu'elle sera plus... Elle sera plus dans la pièce, on pourra revenir ici et consulter les documents. En tout cas, on va sortir d'ici. On a écouté un petit peu ce qu'elle avait à dire. Et on va aller tout droit de l'autre côté, je pense. Hein. Une nouvelle zone qu'on n'a pas découvert. On va tout fouiller, hein. On va vraiment essayer de tout fouiller un petit peu. Ok.
Richard's apartment.
Très bien. L'appartement. Ok. Des tableaux. Un bureau. Des statues.
He did
Et
it.
sûrement plein de documents à vérifier et à fouiller. Allez. On poursuit.
Mr. Teddy.
How many hours have I spent sitting in this armchair for my therapy sessions? Only Richard would still use that. Nothing. Ugh. It's true that he...
He must be hiding somewhere else. No, he's not there.
So, did you find your teddy?
No, not yet. I'm not sure he's here. What about you? Did you finish your job for the prince?
Yes, I found something that might be of interest to Hazel.
Does that mean we're going back to see the prince then?
Je vais pas aller tout de suite. Il faut vraiment que je trouve...
I want to take another look around.
Ouais, il faut que je trouve la disquette là pour le voir sur l'ordinateur.
I will.
Où est-ce qu'elle peut être la disquette? Ah, et un petit cartable là. Ok. Fouiller.
Maybe I'll find...
Ah, voilà. La disquette. On va pouvoir mettre sur l'ordinateur. Une fois qu'on a fini ça, qu'on aura lu ce qu'il y a dans l'ordinateur, on pourra rediscuter avec la petite gamine et partir d'ici, tout simplement.
Somewhere else.
Nothing. Ugh. It's true that he always saves everything on old media. Only Richard would still use that.
Mr. Teddy.
Richard must have had a breakthrough, if Hazel's interested in it.
He must be hiding. Are you almost done?
Yes, I found something that might be of interest to Hazel.
Does that mean we're going back to see the prince then?
Let's go, Sugarfangs.
Leisha. I'm all ears.
Everything went all right.
I knew I could count on you. Was Halsey a good girl?
Yes, as usual.
Good. Were you able to find anything interesting in Ms. Drury's apartments?
Yes, there was intel she had gathered on the guests, including those from the Hartford Chantry.
Anything about their regent, Deneb Osborne?
Yes, he seems to be obsessed with memory magic.
Interesting.
I gave everything to Delson.
Thank you. I'll take a look at it later. Were you able to see or hear anything interesting?
Hilda was in her room. She was acting strangely.
What do you mean?
She was whispering things, talking to a picture of MM.
Touching, but that's of no importance.
At Dijon's, I found a letter addressed to the Salem Chantry.
Did he betray me for the Warlocks?
I don't know. It just said that he's participating in your project, but that he would have preferred an agreement with Salem.
Oh, I understand his recent illusions a little better now. I'm going to need to have a word with him. Go on.
I found Journey in Jara's office.
How did she get in there?
I don't know, but MM joined her.
It's like there's no security here. But do go on. I want to know everything. What did you see?
They talked, and MM told her that you wanted to see her. She told her she had to bring her back. Journey agreed. That's it.
Was there anything else?
That's all I was able to find.
I knew I could count on you. Thank you, Leisha.
Richard still wasn't there. Were you able to find out anything else?
Yes, one of my servants just research. I had hoped to find him there. But she confirmed that Dr. Dunham had gone to the party early with a few of his vessels. I'm sorry, Leisha.
No. If he had been destroyed, I would have felt it. I have to go find him.
You're the most discreet of all of us, it's true. But we have no idea what might have happened there. It could be dangerous.
I won't be alone. Halsey will be with me.
Of course. And one last thing. Dr. Dunham wasn't the only one there. There was also Miley, my child. Bring her back to me.
Yes, of course. We'll leave right away.
I wouldn't expect anything less of you. Thank you, Leisha. Come here. Thanks, You've brought me Journey. I knew I could count on you.
Did you need me for anything else?
Not right now, but I will soon. I have one more favor to ask of you.
Alright, I'll be waiting in the next room.
Ok. Parfait. Ah, tableau de fin. D'accord. Ok, ça c'est tous les succès que j'ai eu et les alternatives. Et les traits. D'accord. 75 d'expérience. Récompense 75, c'est pas mal quand même. Hein. Ça doit être, je crois que c'est à 100% le maximum. 75, c'est pas mal, je trouve. Hein. Ok. Bon, très bien. Alors, maintenant, on va incarner Gabe. Enfin, Gabe. Je sais pas pourquoi je dis Gabe. On va le mettre en... je sais pas, vétéran, peut-être, je sais pas. Ouais. Je pense que les autres, on l'a fait. Avec les trucs, on va le faire en vétéran, je pense. Tac, tac, tac. Ça s'active automatiquement, hein, finalement. Il n'y a pas besoin de les débloquer, ces petites zones-là. Au fur et à mesure qu'on avance, ça se débloque, les zones, en fonction des choix qu'on fait et tout, etc. Donc, allez. C'est parti.
My prince. Delson.
Zori.
It seems that the Camarilla is in danger. I am at your disposal.
Your sense of duty is a credit to you, Caleb. You haven't lost your touch, I hope. The code red is linked to the unification party with the Chantry. No one there is answering anymore.
What about Hartford? Have you heard from them?
If those dogs had anything to do with what happened, I'll cut their throats myself.
Do you think they might be involved?
I don't know.
How many of us were there?
Probably a good 20, give or take. Dr. Dunham and our top spy, Jara Drury, were already there.
We might have lost 2 members of the Primogène.
It's too early to draw any conclusions.
Where do you want to start?
Can I count on you?
You have no reason to doubt me.
One by one, the Ancilai heed the beckoning and go east. You're the eldest in the city now. Don't do this to me. Not now. I would be very grateful to you. And Fang.
How may I be of service?
Go and see Caius, with Jara gone. He's in charge of security. He may have learned something.
You can count on me.
You have my absolute confidence, Caleb.
Allez. Ok. On va trouver le collègue. On va enquêter sur toute la smala, on va dire, qui est contre le prince. Bon, le prince qui est en fait une princesse, hein, finalement c'est une meuf. Donc, let's go. Ah. Okay.
Wasting your time here.
I'd forgotten about your abject fawning.
I call it respect. It appears that it's something that sewer rats know nothing about. Apparently, Caius feels he's entitled to refuse to see a member of the Primogène. I won't forget it.
This is the kind of thing you delegate to a retainer under normal circumstances. What matter is so urgent that you've come to see Caius yourself?
If you don't mind, I choose not to entrust this task to anyone else. Tell me, you haven't introduced me to your charming protege yet.
Zhu Feng.
Yes, Zhu Feng, a name that's as delectable as her blood, I'm sure. Ah, you're planning to introduce her to the very select club of Caleb Bazori's progeny, aren't you?
I hope that the prince will allow me to, shortly.
I hope so for your sake. Who knows? Dear Hazel is so unpredictable. At any rate, it would be an honor for me to welcome and guide her.
You will speak of nothing with her at all.
Is that an order?
A word of advice.
Oh, pardon me. I fell out of the habit of receiving advice from you so long ago. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must end this ever so pleasant conversation. I Need to find a way to avoid losing too much money.
This is a handwritten list. These names sound familiar.
Mr. Bazori, can I help you?
I need to see Caius.
He doesn't want anyone to bother him.
Prince's orders.
I see. He's holed up in the server room. You'll need a pass to get in. There's one on his desk.
Thank you.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm afraid to find out. If you want to talk, go see Mr. Leto.
She always said she preferred paper to digital. Blood tests from the Red Salon. Caius's office. The key card must be in there.
Mr. Leto isn't in his office.
Prendre. Voilà. Enfin, elle est là. Ce badge magnétique. Bon, en tout cas, pour le coffre, là, je sais pas comment faire avec le coffre. Hein. J'ai fouillé dans tous les zones, j'ai parlé à tout le monde, je sais pas. Je sais pas. Je sais pas quoi faire.
It's gonna be a long night.
Go ahead.
Were you able to reach your contact?
Faut que j'aille où, là?
I don't like this. Mr. Lido is in the server room.
Ok.
I don't know what's going on.
Ok.
I'm afraid to find out.
Oh, j'ai même pas vu la porte qui était ouverte, là. Merci bien. Ok. Ah bah il est là, lui. Je le cherchais depuis tout à l'heure.
She sent you. Finally, some good news on this shitty night.
What's the situation?
Not good. Not good at all.
The prince needs more than that. I hope you've got it.
You want details.
Who sounded the alert?
A man named Wu. Ever heard of him? A retainer. One of Jason Moore's bodyguards.
Moore? The asset manager? What was he doing at the unification party?
He was supposed to answer technical questions about the financial viability of the agreement. Moore is good at hiding our kind trafficking. He's one of them, after all.
Tell me what happened.
Everything was going as planned until 11:10 p.m. The prince's child, Miss Sellers, contacted me. The Hartford Warlocks had just arrived. That's the last time we heard from any of them. Less than 20 minutes later, we received the code red, just as we were leaving to join them.
And you're the one who received the code red, personally.
It arrived directly, here. It's authentic. I verified it.
Anything that could be of interest to the prince?
I'm working on it. Jared Drury is the expert, not me.
Any movement with the Anarchs?
As usual, they're keeping their distance. You know it's always a pain in the ass to locate them.
Any word from Hartford?
Do you think it's them?
It would be ill-fated.
I knew we should never have trusted those damn warlocks.
Any sign of Jara?
Nothing at all. And that's not good. According to the protocol, she should have been there early. If they got hit, she would have been first in line. There's one thing we haven't considered. The Crimson Oaks.
They were behind the Quincy Market attack, weren't they?
I don't have any proof. We just caught a thin blood who wanted to trap the prince, and who told us about them. Apparently they're new in town, but Miss Drury thinks he's giving us the runaround.
Did you look into it?
I tried, but I didn't have the resources to discover anything else.
Leave no stone unturned.
Hello? You. It's about damn time. Shit. What? You're... Hello? Damn it! I lost them.
Who was it?
Whoa. Shit. Now it's just ringing.
What did he say?
The party was indeed attacked. Apparently it was a real bloodbath. He and James had just enough time to get more out. They're stopping by his place to pick up some sensitive documents.
And then what? Are they coming here?
I don't know. We got cut off.
Call him back. I'll inform Hazel.
This is a critical moment for us. I have summoned you here tonight to organize our reaction to an imminent threat.
What threat exactly? We've got no reason yet to
Cut
think...
her off again and I'll slit your throat.
Oh! Excuse me!
Careful, Hazel.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Enough! I command you to be silent and listen to me.
Oh, so that's how it is.
That's enough, Beryl.
Yes, it's come to this. You would do well to listen to your sire. We have just been attacked. This is not a time for childish displays of discontent. Caleb, the code red was sent by Wu. Go to Moore's and find out what's going on.
As you wish.
And bring Moore back to me. He was supposed to be at the party. I don't understand why he's the only one who was able to call us. I would like to speak to him very much.
Consider it done.
I trust you. He might be involved in this, so gather any documents you can find there that could tie us to him.
Very well.
Delson, see if you can get Caius to find us a new middleman in the cane business to manage our interests. I don't want to take any chances. Then, I want you to talk to everyone. Somebody must have seen or heard something. Dajan, make sure all our defenses are in place.
Yes, Hazel.
You will go to the old Jefferson Library.
What's there?
That's where the Hartford Chantry calls home here. I gave them the building so they could have a base in Boston.
I demand to take her place.
Request denied.
What game are you playing, Hazel? It's a suicide mission.
It's all right. I got this. I'm not made of sugar.
She's not ready for this kind of mission. I should go with her, at the very least.
No, you will remain here. Goes alone.
Why don't you send Dajan instead?
Enough, Hilda. Dajan has work to do elsewhere, and I don't need to explain myself.
Hazel, if anything happens to her, I'll...
Nothing, Hilda. You'll do nothing. It's high time you learned to trust her.
Which one of us are you planning to send to the party?
She's already left.
What? Who?
I sent Leisha.
Are you serious? A few hours ago, she was snoozing behind locked doors in a psych ward.
You're playing a dangerous game, Hazel. Without us, you would never have come into power.
You've chosen the worst possible moment to turn your back on us.
On the contrary, I find this moment very appropriate. I am the Prince of Boston, and you are the Primogène. I owe you nothing. Delson, escort them out. The session is adjourned. You all have your instructions.
Ok, très bien. Alors, tableau de fin, ok, encore un tableau de fin. Des alternatives, aucun succès. Aucun échec, aucun succès. D'accord. Bon, 0 récompense, donc. J'ai pas perdu, j'ai pas gagné, donc... Ah oui, d'accord, il y a 3... C'est vrai qu'elle a demandé aux 3 collègues d'aller dans 3 endroits différents. Il y a même là. Lui, il va aller... Voilà, et les chevalets de l'autre côté. Oh, je vais utiliser peut-être celui-là. Ouais. On va continuer avec le collègue, après de toute façon... il faudra aller... Il faudra faire les autres missions aussi avec, hein, au fur et à mesure. Hein. Il n'y a pas vraiment de précision, d'ordre précise, mais de toute façon, il faudra les faire. Allez, continuons.
Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the elevator. I'm gonna go wait for forensics.
Okay. Let me know when they get here.
Excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back their author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. Special Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it. The victim lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Don't worry.
I'll finish here and then I'm on my way.
Free. You're gonna be okay.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith? Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room. But I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know. Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him. There.
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut. There's a retainer here somewhere. Moore's driver's license.
Bon, là il y a vraiment le... On est vraiment dans le truc FBI 100% enquête policière là, hein, on est en plein dedans. Donc allez. Là il y a le mec qu'il faudra interroger plus tard. Il y a plein de choses à fouiller. What? Il avance plus le personnage là? Ouh! Wesh, il y a un bug là. Wesh, il veut pas... What the fuck? Personnage, as-tu bien avancé? Il y a un bug. Ah bon, moi j'ai peur. Putain, il voulait pas avancer pendant quelques minutes. Je me dis, ouais, il y a quoi lui? Ok. Très bien. Parfait. Bon. Ok, bon. On va le laisser tranquille pour l'instant. On va fouiller tout ce qu'il y a à fouiller de fond en comble. Et on discutera avec le mec vers la fin. Allez, on va fouiller, voir ce qu'on peut faire.
They wanted to bring a little vacation back home. It seems like gardening is a real passion for Lydia. Not sure Jason shares your enthusiasm. This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him? There are bloody prints on these bags. Ugh, what a stench. Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No.
You'll need to ask the concierge how to get to the parking garage. He's the one who sent my colleagues down.
Any news, guys?
Nothing, Lieutenant.
All right, no problem.
Meet me there.
Of course.
Somebody slept here. Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
No. But believe you me, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those two goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions. Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Lydia. Radiant and beaming. June. Who looks more like Jason than Lydia. Jason. Proud of his family and his success.
Bon. On va essayer de monter à l'étage et voir s'il n'y a pas d'autres choses à fouiller. De toute façon, on va bientôt s'arrêter à là, les amis. Hein. On a dépassé l'heure de jeu. On va en faire encore peut-être 5-10 minutes et après on s'arrête là. Alors, voyons voir ce qu'il y a ici. Il y a un bureau. On peut pas fouiller. Non. Il n'y a rien à fouiller ici dans cette zone. À part ça. Ok. Une pièce de fête ici. Ok. Très bien. Là, il n'y a rien. On va essayer d'aller dans cette pièce. Ah ah. Oh là, il y a plein de trucs à fouiller là. Ah. Ici. Dossier confidentiel. Ah. Ok. Oh, il y a tellement de choses à dire, les gars. Faites un... comment on appelle ça? Faites une pause sur la vidéo parce que bon... Ok. Suspicion. Très bien. Ah, ça fait partie de ce qu'il y a à faire dans la quête. Je crois qu'il y avait pas mal de dossiers à fouiller. Voilà. D'accord, ça fait partie des dossiers qu'il y a à fouiller, d'accord. Ok. Bon, on l'a pas fait dans l'ordre, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Ok. Très bien, oui, on l'a vu, on l'a vu. D'accord. Désolé du bruit. Très bien. Tac, 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 c'est bien. Allez. Là, il n'y a rien. Là, il n'y a rien. Allez, on fouille, on fouille, on fouille, on fouille de partout. On va voir ce qu'il y a.
It must have been used to dress a wound. Bottle of disinfectant. obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. The concept of a laundry basket seems too abstract for some people. A cell phone. Locked, of course. Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. Ugh, what a mess.
Interesting.
A fortress security catalog. They install highly secure rooms. The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. Nobody told me there would be a retainer here. What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see how much he knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
Like I said, Mr. Bazori, I'm here on behalf of the Council. You know as well as I do that if you don't know about it already, you're not supposed to.
Ah, début de confrontation, c'est quoi ça? Alors, étape. D'accord, quand c'est une étape qui est gagnée, c'est que ça devient jaune. Quand c'est une étape avec erreur, donc 2 erreurs possibles. Sinon, on n'avance pas dans l'enquête, en fait, en gros. D'accord. Alors là, je peux pas. Ouh, là, je gagne. À plus de 80%, là. Je gagne direct. Allez, go. C'était obligé, ça. Nickel.
I appreciate your consideration. I know that my life is in the balance.
I'm listening.
I was sent to get Mr. Moore and his papers.
But why didn't the prince tell me? I don't know what's going on, but I really don't have time to lose.
What do you...
You can be sure I'll report this to both the council and the prince.
No, please. I don't have a choice. I beg you. I'm only following orders. If you complain about me, I'm done for. Promise me you won't tell anyone about it, please. I've always been a loyal servant of the council. I'm risking my life.
Voilà, étape perdue. Étape perdue, étape perdue. Bon. Il reste une dernière. J'ai plus de choix de perdre là. Si je perds encore, c'est mort.
I'm working on the bookshelf in this hallway, and I found something here.
What?
A file on the domain's finances the council would rather not see end up in the police's hands.
Okay.
I must return to the court tonight.
There's no need, sir. I have to destroy them.
Ok. Alors, bon, là, je vais pas gagner. Ah ouais. Là, il y a une égalité et 46% de chance de perdre. Enfin, de gagner, mais finalement, c'est plus que de perdre. Je suis pas sûr de gagner, là. Étape perdue, là, non mais... Dernière chance. Oh là là. Non, j'ai pas le choix, parce que là, je suis à 0 à 3, là, j'ai pas le choix de mettre ça. Go. Égalité. Oh, nickel. Succès, parfait. J'ai gagné l'étape.
Yes. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Well,
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
Ouais.
I'll tell the prince you obeyed your orders.
Je vais pas prendre de risque.
But my mission, I've got to.
No questions, Lane.
Very well, Mr. Bazori.
Bon les amis, on va s'arrêter à là pour cette partie de Vampire de Masquerade Swansong. J'espère que ça vous a plu. Likez, partagez et abonnez-vous. Et on se retrouvera pour la 3e partie lors d'une prochaine vidéo. Et on continuera notre enquête. Allez, à la prochaine. Ciao, bye bye.